All right. Cool. All right, so check this out. I'm not sure if you guys can see this, and I'll turn it sideways. Maybe you guys can see it better. There's a guy at EXP. Can you guys see it okay?
I'm only looking at your face, Louis.
You guys are looking at my face?
Yeah,
How about you, Hank? Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
You see it, right? Don't worry if you don't see it, Brent. You're driving. You shouldn't be looking at it anyway. I'm going to read it off.
Right.
Yeah. So he shared some dialogue because there's a guy at the Cabo event who basically broke down what everyone's secret is to grow an organization. He broke down like, I want to say a good 20 people. And this was one of them. And so far, this is one of the most impactful ones that I found. So it starts off by saying, the first thing to be is in a relationship with an agent, then meet with them for a business conversation over coffee or a mastermind group, each other or whatever, right? So what he's saying is build rapport. He's saying build rapport, but the real key here is what the conversation sounds like, because we build rapport in different ways. We could build rapport with a phone. We could build rapport in a men's group, you know, at the park, you know, if we meet each other at an event, whatever, we build rapport. But then he says, you ask them, what's your goal? Now, we've talked about this before, right, Harry? What's your goal? And sometimes, you know, we say, my goal is I want to sell 40 houses this year. Then the next line says, why is that goal important to you? You know, why is it important? So why is it important for you to hit 40? What is that goal? Why is that, what is that goal? What is that goal important? I think he typoed there. Tell me more. So remember when we used to talk about in the very beginning, we want to dig deeper and deeper and deeper. So this guy is basically reiterating the same thing. So what's your goal? Why is that important to you? So that's what I got from the beginning of the conversation. But then it gets really crazy. And then he asks, ask them who is helping them achieve their goal. So a lot of times they're going to say that they don't really have anybody in their office helping them achieve their goals. You know, they're going to say, well, my wife's helping me achieve that goal, or my agents are helping me achieve that goal. It's usually never the broker. You understand? It's usually never the office manager. It's usually never somebody who's been assigned to mentor them. All right, so that gives us ammunition as well. And then number 5 says, what happens if you don't achieve your goal? So what would that look like if you didn't achieve your goal? How would that make you feel? You know, where would that leave you in your organization? You know, would you be disappointed? You know, things like that. So you want to kind of get them to start thinking, you know, what would happen if they didn't get to where you want to be? And then invite them to a class, or invite them to an event, or invite them into a Zoom call. But what I really took away from this, it was powerful, was obviously the goals thing we've asked before, but the part that really had me like, oh, wow, that's good, is why is that important to you? And who's helping you with that? Because if they don't have someone helping them with that, that's when you have the opportunity to really come in and make a difference, because they've already told you what's important to them. They told you their goal. They told you why it's important to them. You want to get them emotional and ask them, what would your life look like if you didn't hit that goal? And then once you kind of gotten all that data, then you know what you're working with. And you can easily offer some assistance and guidance and talk to them about how we can solve their problem and how we can get them to get to that stage. Now, you guys want to be careful with this, because getting into personal conversations too quickly comes off very, very phony. Comes off very like almost scripted, right? So I don't want to start the call with saying, hey, Harry, hey, who's this? Hey, it's Louis. You know, I'm calling you from EXP Realtor. I was calling you to see what your goals are for this year. Like, what? My goals? Like, you won't even warm me up. Like, tell me you like me or something first, you know, like you just want to go straight for the kill. So it really does take a little bit of rapport building before we use this dialogue. This dialogue isn't like stage 2, stage 3 of a conversation, never stage 1. So stage 1 sounds more like building a rapport, obviously, but also building authority and letting them know the purpose of the conversation because people, Brent, you'll pick up on this. People do not want to be buttered up where they're feeling like you're about to ask them for a sell. They
Right.
want to feel like they're not being, their intelligence is not being compromised by trying to butter them up and tell them something. They'd rather just you tell them, be upfront, don't be around the bush. And so the purpose of my call, the nature of my call, or the reason I'm calling you is because I've noticed that you're an outstanding agent. And it appears to me you're doing a lot of volume. Is that correct? Yeah. How many deals did you close this year? I'm on my way to do 20 already. Wow, we're not even halfway through the year. You're doing 20? That's amazing. Yeah, you know, what can I say? Well, is that your goal for the year to hit double the volume you're at right now? No, actually, my goal for this year is to hit 50. Wow, 50. Can I ask who's helping you with that? Oh, you know, I got a team. I got my agent. I got my team manager. Okay, so it sounds like you're running the show. Yeah, pretty much. How much of that business that you're doing is do you think is your brokerage is responsible for? Do they give you any leads? Do they give you coaching, mentoring, anything like that? No, it's pretty much all my stuff. Okay, I see. Now, what would happen if you didn't hit your goal this year? Well, what do you mean? Well, let's just say you didn't hit 50, but you ended up maybe ending the year pretty soft, and maybe you closed 35 or 40. What would that look like, or how would that make your team feel? Well, probably not that great. You know, but why are you asking me all this? Well, the reason I'm asking you this is because at our company, eXp Realty, which is the largest real estate brokerage in the world, we actually have mentorship groups and we have masterminds, top level masterminds with agents who are closing hundreds of thousands of deals a year. And I'd love to introduce you to some of them so you can kind of see what it is that we offer our top level agents. Now, aside from being able to hit your goal, would you like to keep more of your commission? Is that important to you? Yeah, it's important. How important is it from a scale of 1 to 10? Oof, I'll probably say 10. All right. Well, if you don't have to tell me how much commission you're getting right now, but you're at XYZ Realty. So I'm assuming you're probably keeping about 80 to 90% of your commission. Is that safe to say? Yes. All right. What if I could show you a way where you can keep, on average, 200% of your commission? How do you keep 200% of your commission? That doesn't even sound right. Sounds like you're trying to pull the wool over my eyes. Well, I am not. What I'm doing is I'm just going to give you the statistics for the agents who have closed as much production as you have for the last 5 years. Those agents, aside from keeping a very, very large portion of their commission, they've also been awarded $1.2 million in company stock. So in the last 5 years, they have 1.2 million in stock and they keep the majority of their commission. When you add up those numbers, that's way over 200% commission that they're keeping. Does that make sense? Yeah, but I'm not really into stock. Hey, I get that. I hear that a lot. Most people aren't into stock. But when it's paying for your kids' tuition, or when it's allowing you to retire early, I don't care where it's coming from. As long as I can liquidate it, it's important, wouldn't you say? I guess you have a point. Well, listen, I know stock may not be important to you, but the other opportunities that are on the table are. So how about we set up a quick chat so I can show you a couple more details. And if it doesn't work for you right now, that's fine. Just keep it as a backup plan. You never know what can happen in the future. Does that sound fair? So that's how a conversation could go if we use a dialogue like that, like what the guy just gave out. But it's not all about what you say, guys. Remember, Harry is drilled this home as well. It's not about what you say. It's about how you say it, with the confidence that you say it with, and with the level of certainty that you say it with. Now,
Lou,
Brandon,
can you let Liz in?
oh, sorry. Let me see her because I'm sharing my screen. All right, she's in. Cool. All right, so Brent, you got an idea more or less what we're talking about here. So Harry and I are gonna try this in real life, okay?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so Harry, you be the agent. I'll call you, okay?
Okay.
All right, ring.
Hello?
Hi, Harry?
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, Harry, how you doing, bud? This is Louis Leyva from eXp Realty. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm busy. What's up?
Oh, I could imagine you're busy, brother. No, the reason I'm giving you a call, I've been following you on Instagram for these last few months, and congratulations on the wedding. I see you're doing some pretty big things. And I am in leadership development at our organization. And we have a special program for people who do as much volume as you do. The program is called the Agent Icon Award. Are you familiar with that program at all?
No, I'm not. How's it going to benefit me?
Okay, well, let me start off by asking you, what is it that you feel benefits you the most in real estate? Is it the commission? Is it the training? What do you think is very important to you?
Right now, where I'm at is mainly just the money.
So if you can keep more of your money, that would make you happy?
Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at. It's a no-brainer.
Okay. Are you receiving close to 100% of your commission, or is there slightly less that you're keeping?
Yeah, I have a cap of 12,000, and then I'm at 100%.
How many transactions do you do in a year, Harry?
On average, 50 plus.
50. Okay, that's phenomenal, brother. Well, you know, I just want you to understand, and that puts you in the top 3% of all real estate agents nationally. So that's an amazing feat. Hope you don't ever take that for granted. And for guys like you, what we do is we allow you to become a partner in our company, and we award you with the highest commission percentage you can get anywhere in the industry. The agents that do as much volume as you do over the last 5 years have averaged about 200% of their commission is what they end up keeping, right? 200% might sound crazy, right? Like you're thinking to yourself, how am I going to get 200%? How does the broker stay open if they're paying 200% out? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the way they do it, Harry, is very simple. We reward you with the company stock. And that company stock over the last 5 years has increased in value to the point of $1.2 million. Now, those agents that have closed transactions, aside from the commission that they keep, which is the majority of their commission, they also been awarded an additional 1.2 million. Does that sound interesting?
Yeah, it sounds all right.
What else will get you excited? What else is important to you and the team?
I'm not so big on stock, but it's interesting that, you know, with the amount that they're getting.
Okay. What do you see as something that would get you excited to possibly look to another place? Is there something at your brokerage now that you're looking to correct?
You know, I don't know. I've been here a long time. I really don't know anything much of else, to be honest with you, Louis.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. And that's the majority of the reasons why most agents don't go anywhere is because they don't know what other options are out there, because they just think that, you know, what they have is the best thing in the industry. But what I'd like to show you is just a backup plan, or plan B, call it. In the event that one day you think to yourself, hey, you know what? I don't think I'm getting the most value for my energy here. And then at least you know what other people are getting or what other companies are offering. So if you don't mind, let's schedule 15 minutes and I'll show you over a Zoom call what that might look like for you and your team.
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. Do you have any time right now? I'll shoot you over the link and I'll show you a visual.
Yeah, I don't have anything going on right now.
All right, so I'm going to send you a link right now. I'm sending it to your email. That way you can get a better look at the screen. It's a little difficult on the telephone. So I'm going to send you right now a link to your email. Check it out. And I'll meet you over there in just 1 minute, okay?
Okay.
All right, awesome, cool. All right, so Harry took it pretty easy on me for the sake of you kind of catching on. Brent?
Sure.
But,
Yeah, honestly, I wasn't taking it super easy, but I was trying to be negative, but you came back with a positive thing, and then it made me feel like you're being a dick.
yeah, exactly. Brent, the more someone is being negative, it's more of a reason for you to kind of find a way to distinguish or like kind of like change the direction of the conversation.
Yeah.
It's like we've said it's like a chess game. Harry has experienced this on a very, very high level with someone the other day. If someone's being super negative, you have two options. You can let them contaminate you with their negativity, or you can turn around the conversation and make them feel like they're being a jerk for being so negative. Right? So
Yep.
So we're gonna run it back. Harry's gonna call me, and I'm gonna give him somewhat of a hard time, and you're gonna see how he's gonna go through my objections and the smoke screens I throw at him. All right.
All right.
You want me to try this new dialogue?
Oh, try whatever you like, Harry. I'm just giving you guys some options.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, is this Louis Leva?
Yeah, this is who am I speaking with?
Hey, Lewis, it's Harry from EXP Realty, the guy that likes all your stuff on Instagram, probably.
Oh, you know what? Not, are you Team Page? Is that who you are?
Yes,
I
sir.
always see you. Yeah, I see your stuff a lot. What's going on, brother? How can I help you?
Listen, man, the purpose of my call is I'm a part of a leadership program here at EXP,
Okay.
and I thought that you would be a great candidate for our Icon program. Have you ever heard of it?
No, I haven't. What is that?
Well, it's for producers like yourself. I know you produce quite well. Do you mind sharing with me how many deals you did last year?
Last year, if I had to say transactions, probably like 40 to 50, somewhere in that ballpark.
That's absolutely awesome. That do you know that puts you in the top 3% of realtors in the world?
No, I didn't. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
But I know I'm the top producer in my office. I didn't know about anywhere else.
yeah, man. That's really, really awesome.
Oh,
And
thank you.
so you would qualify for our program where these Icon agents over the last five years have accumulated 1.2 million in stock because our company gives you your cap back in stock every
Wow.
year.
Wow. Yeah, I did hear about your stock, EXP stock. I heard it was pretty good. I was going to look into that the other day.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I'll take it a step further with you, Lewis. The same Icon agents over the last 5 years that have purchased stock at a 10% discount, they're now have about 5.4 million in stock.
Are you serious, bro?
I mean, it's unbelievable, Lewis, what these people are
Yeah.
doing over here.
You know what, man? I'm always late to the party. So I know the minute that I start looking into that, it'll probably go down.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Stocks go up and down, but I can share with you this, Lewis, is that I only see us going up. I mean, I don't know if you have noticed, but if you see more EXP agents, more EXP signs, we're growing at a rapid pace. We're predicting to have we're at 75,000 agents, just surpassed that. We're predicting in the next year that we're going to have about 150.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty big.
Are you starting to see more EXP signs and everything everywhere?
Yeah, I am. You know, and at first I used to think that they're just like one of these fly-by-night companies that, you know, a pyramid scheme. But I don't know. I mean, it just seems like a lot of people who were joining weren't really producers. They were just kind of like, you know, new agents and agents who didn't really do any numbers.
Yeah, no. So I could actually introduce you to people that are doing up to almost 2,000 deals a year in my network.
2,000 deals a year?
Yep.
Oh my God, I'm struggling doing 40. I can imagine what they're doing.
I hear you.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was
Lewis.
gonna say, that all it sounds great, man. But right now is a really difficult time for me to consider making any moves. I have a lot of deals under contract, and if maybe towards the end of the year, we can hook up again. We'll talk about it.
Well, Lewis, I'm really glad that you brought that up because the purpose of my call is not to have you sign up today. The purpose of my call is just to present a plan B and give you things that present this information at your fingertips.
Oh, okay. So that means like if you show me what you have, it doesn't mean that you're expecting me to do anything with the information. You just want to educate me on what you guys offer.
Lewis, all I want to give you is just information so you have a plan B for you and your family. It's changed my life, and I'm looking to change other agents' life like yourself.
Yeah, I get these calls all the time. I've been called by Coldwell Banker, Sotheby's, Remax, Keller. Everybody calls me with these same promises they could change my life. What makes you guys any different?
Well, to be honest, I just don't know anyone else that has the platform that we're doing that's giving the agents, I mean, every little thing you could possibly imagine on. I can share a 9-minute video with you that will give you the bread and butter of why we're so different and why it's so life-changing. Would that be something that you would take a look at?
Yeah, obviously I'll check it out.
Let me ask you a question.
That I like. Go ahead.
Are you in front of your computer right now?
Yeah.
Could we take a few minutes? We could watch the video together, and then I can go over some questions with you, and we could set up a meeting right now so I can show you why it's so life-changing.
All right, all right, send me the link. I'll check it out right now.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to your email, and we can watch it together, and then we can I can give you some visuals on some other numbers that I want to show you. But first, I want to see what. But Lewis, before I send that link, can I ask you a few questions?
Oh yeah, of course. What's up?
What's important to you at a brokerage?
Um, to be honest, man, I want to be respected. You know where I am. I know a lot of times you get treated like a number at these big brokerages, and I know you guys are getting bigger by the day. So I just don't want to go somewhere where I'm just gonna be a statistic. You know, I want to feel like a family because you know you guys are virtual. You don't have an office, I'm assuming, right? How would I even get that feeling?
No, we actually have Regis offices, and we also do masterminds every week. And you're going to be around other people that are producing a lot more than yourself that can teach you more to grow you to the scale. If you want to do a lot more numbers, 100 or 200 transactions, you're going to have people like that in your network that genuinely want to help you, because the better you do, the better they do.
How's that? How are they going to do better by helping me?
Well, that's why I'm going to share this video so you can get more information on it. So we're going to watch it together. And then what else is important to you, Louis?
Well, obviously commission. I mean, if I could keep more of the money that I'm bringing in, that would allow me to do more numbers. It would allow me to market back into the business.
I totally understand. What else is important besides commission? So far, let me just piggyback off what you're saying. So it's having a family environment where you don't become a number. Your commission. Yeah. Is there anything else?
I just want an opportunity to be able to grow. I mean, I know I have tools now, and they help me grow. The company name is important because that gives me validity. I know EXP is growing, but you're really not that established in my area yet. So I want to know how guys are getting past that if they're new in the area that they're working in.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can get you connected with people in your area that are producing for them to share what they're up to.
Okay. So I mean, the guys that are with EXP in my area, they'll tell me what they're doing in order to make it not so important about the company's name, since they're not established in our area.
Yeah, on the obstacles that you're facing, we can get with someone that can share on how they're bypassing what you're explaining that you're concerned about.
All right.
So let's take
it one step at a time.
Yeah, let's take a look at the video. Let's see if it piques your interest and what you're interested in, and we'll go from there.
All right, go ahead and send it over.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you. Awesome, Harry. That was really good. I like how you didn't try to talk over me. At the end, you did a little bit, but during the majority of the conversation, you were great.
Yeah. I think the end of it, I was just trying to build more rapport, but yeah, it's hard for me not to talk over too.
Yeah, but you're doing good. Self-control is getting. I see you're starting to acknowledge that more, which is great.
Yeah.
Good. Is Liz able to talk?
I think she's at the nail salon, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Liz?
Yeah, guys, I'm there. So it's going to be really tough for me to talk.
You're doing what? I'm sorry, you can't. Okay, if you can't do it right now, no problem. Okay, no issues, don't worry. Well, maybe if you talk, there's an agent in the room somewhere and they might hear you. And they might be like, you with EXP? I've been looking for somebody from EXP. You want to give it a shot anyway, Liz?
Liz, who gives a
No,
shit?
it's pretty empty in here right now.
Who cares?
Okay, I got you. Well, that's even better then. Go ahead, no one's going to judge you.
Come on, Liz, do it.
No, because it's like I have to talk to her too. So it's.
Oh, I got you. Okay, we'll come back to you if you're done. So
Harry, let me ask you a question. The 6-minute or 9-minute video that you referred to, is that Brent Gove going over revenue sharing, or what was that? What was that video?
It was actually a video that Micah had shared with me, and it's pretty much just the golden nuggets of EXP.
Can you send that link to me?
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Brent, you have all of these links and all of these videos on the spreadsheet. If you open it up on the testimonials tab, they're all there.
Okay.
And they're also categorized by agency. So if somebody's with Century 21 or someone's with Keller, those videos you can give them where there's people who have left those organizations. But
the testimony. So let me show my ignorance. the testimonial page on Micah's website or something you've already sent?
You know the spreadsheet that I show everybody? I've sent it to you also a couple of times already. On
Okay.
the tabs at the bottom, there's names at the bottom of the sheet. You'll see
Yep.
one sheet that says rev share calculator, another one that says comparison, and there's one all the way to the right that says testimonials. All the videos you'll ever need are there, so we'll send it to you anyway. But I just want you for the future to know you have that resource up.
I need, yeah. So drinking from the fire hose, a lot of the stuff goes right through my ears, but I'm saving more and more of the stuff as I now realize it's important. So this time I'll lock it in.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I want you to take away from Harry's call, Brent, is that Harry asked a lot of questions and did less talking.
Yes.
And he wanted me to talk more, because the more I talk, the more I feel like I'm in control. And in reality, Harry's in control.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Good job.
If you ever see an interrogation when someone's being questioned, the person that controls that environment is the interrogator. So the person doing all the talking is the person on the hot seat.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's kind of the same concept. So do you feel confident enough to be an agent and let Harry call you and
Why
give
not?
him a hard time?
What's the worst going to happen? You guys are going to laugh at me. That's all.
No, but let Harry call you, and then you just give him a tough time. Give him some of the rebuttals that you were telling me yesterday.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Harry, you want to try getting on a quick call?
Yeah. Hello, is this Brent?
It is. Yeah. Who's this?
Hey, Brent, this is Harry from eXp Realty. I follow you on Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, Harry Page.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've seen you out there a little bit. Yeah. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'll get to the point. The purpose of my call today is I'm part of a leadership development at eXp.
Yeah.
And I think you'd be the perfect candidate for the Icon program. Do you know anything about it?
You know, I really don't, but is this one of those recruiting agents? Because one of the digs I hear about eXp is that eXp agents are more concerned about attracting other agents from Remax and Caldwell than they are about selling houses. So I'm kind of happy where I'm at, but is that what this is about? You just want to recruit me part of your team or what?
I mean, if you're asking me a direct question, yes, I'm absolutely trying to recruit you. I think you're a rock star. I think you got it going on. But as far as agents that don't produce making these phone calls, I did 80 deals last year. So I produced myself. I just want to share these opportunities that were given to me.
What do you think what would help me? I'm a guy that's already busting my tail. I sold 58 transactions last year. So what could eXp do for me that Caldwell, they just signed me a big bonus. So I think I'm pretty set for the next 3 years.
No, I hear you. I'm just presenting a plan B, but let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What's really, really important to you?
Well, I'm kind of tired of working my brains out. It's a lot of work to sell 58 a year. And I'd kind of like to be able to ratchet it back a little bit and work through other people that kind of working on my team. I'm an assistant broker right now. I'm toying with the idea of maybe getting a broker's license, but that's kind of what I like to do is in the next 5 years, kind of ratchet it back without ratcheting down my salary.
Okay. So what I'm getting from you is that you want more time.
I would definitely like more time. I feel like, man, my days are long, my nights are short, and my phone's like attached to my hip. And everybody takes second place, including my wife and kids, when somebody calls.
I totally understand that. What else is important to you besides time?
Well, the bottom line is, I would like to, my goal is to make $250,000 a year. And I feel like I'm never done with that. There's always a hitch and there's always a disappointment, but I really would like to make $250,000 for the next 5 years and then find an easier way to get by. Retire at 55.
I get that. So the icons that have over the last 5 years that have gotten their stock back, have accumulated 1.2 million in stock.
No, Harry, you mentioned that word icon. I'm not really sure. What do you mean by icon?
Sure. So Icon is hold on, I got a phone call coming. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. So icons are people that do a certain amount of transactions, which you're doing way beyond. It's usually between 25 to 30, which you said you're doing 50. So you're doing almost double of what it would take to hit Icon. We have a $16,000 cap, and we actually award our agents that are top producers like yourself by giving them 16,000 back in stock. And over the last 5 years, these Icon agents have accumulated 1.2 million in stock.
1.2 million.
Correct. You want me to take a step further and blow your mind a little more?
I don't know if I could stand. I don't have any stock. I've been at Coldwell Banker for 18 years. I don't have any stock with them. So yeah, go ahead.
So
Might as well blow it further.
these same, I think I'm going to blow it off. I think these same agents over the last 5 years also have taken 5% of their checks, bought the stock at 10% discount, have about 5.4 million in stock.
How do they buy stock at 10% off? Can anybody do that in the open market?
Sorry, you got a really bad connection.
I said, how do they buy stock at 10% off? Can they do that on the open market or what?
No, they can only do that being with EXP.
Oh, so I can't, as a Caldwell banker, buy XP stock?
You can, but you can't get it at a 10% discount.
Oh, so any can buy stock any day of the year at 10% off.
I'm losing you, Brent. I didn't get a lot of what you said.
So as an EXP agent, I can buy stock any day of the year for 10% off?
Correct.
Wow. Yeah, it's pretty amazing concept. Yeah, is there more information about that?
Yeah, I'm going to send you a video, but I just want to go over the things that what you're looking for in a brokerage. What are some of your goals?
Well, my goals are I'd like to have a team of at least a dozen agents under me. That's what's really attractive to me. I'd like to get a broker's license. I figure if I had a dozen people that were bringing money into me as a broker, then maybe I don't need to be a Caldwell banker, but I can then ratchet it back, get an assistant broker, and I can be in Tahiti while the assistant broker is covering for me and the 12 people are producing.
Okay. And who's helping you achieve that goal?
Right now, nobody. I mean, it's just been what I can dig and scrape for myself, but I guess I could go to some trainings, but they seem kind of basic. They're more for beginners than for a guy that's producing at my level.
How would that make you feel if you didn't hit that goal?
Well, it would make me feel disappointed. I'm really at age 50, 50 and wanting to retire at 55, or at least semi-retire. I don't see myself being able to do this or want to do this until I'm 65 or 67.
What if I could show you the service that we do at EXP would benefit you as far as growing your team, your organization, and a lot of other things? Is that something that you'd be interested in?
Yeah, I'd have to say yes to that. Sure.
So why don't I share, what are you doing right this second, right now, Brent?
Well, right now I'm driving. So,
Okay.
but I'd be interested in what you're going to send me a video or something.
Yeah, you can actually watch it from your phone when you get to your destination. It's an 8-minute video of the bread and butter of what our company does and how we're different than a lot of other moms and pops or your old fashioned brokerage.
Yep.
and then we can go over it, and I can give you some visuals on a Zoom meeting. I'll make it very convenient for yourself.
That sounds easy enough, Harry. I think I'd go for that. At least
What,
look and see what the guys got to say.
let me ask you a
Who's
question.
yeah.
What's your busiest days of the week?
Oh man, a lot of times I'm out busting my tail Saturday and Sunday. It seems like nonstop showing houses and then so probably Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, today's Thursday. Would you be able to jump on a call tomorrow? Say I have an availability at 10 a.m.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, so I'll send you the link. Check it out. Make sure you watch the video.
Yep.
So that you get the most of this meeting tomorrow morning, and I
Yeah.
answer questions that interest you and not myself, so we can make the most out of this meeting.
That sounds good, Harry. I'll go for it.
I
10
really
o'clock
appreciate,
tomorrow.
yeah, I really appreciate your time. I know you get a lot of these calls, and I can guarantee you this is definitely life-changing. And at worst, we can network with each other, maybe make a deal together, and remain friends after this. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, that sounds like a really good thing. One more question
Yeah.
before I go too far.
Sure.
I just signed a 3-year agreement with Caldwell. They paid me a good bonus to stay on for 3 years. So I think I'm kind of dead in the water for the next 3 years. Is there any way around that you know of?
I'm not sure, but I can actually reach out to people on my network to try to help you out. I'd be happy to do that.
Because that would be, I don't want to waste your time as much as everything you said. If I'm not getting hoodwinked on some scam here, it sounds really good, but I don't know how to get out of. I'm 1 month into a 3-year agreement, so I got 35 months to go. So you may not be interested in recruiting me at that point. I don't know.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Brent. I don't think anything's a waste in time in life. I think the only time's a waste in time is if you never try. So I'm really just planting seeds with people like yourself. So
Yep.
I'm happy to share my time with you, to share this opportunity and possibly help you find out information to get out where you're out of if you can. And like I said, at the end of this is really about a relationship. So, hopefully when the 3 years is up, that you remember that I took the time out to show you this. And if you consider EXP, that you would consider, calling me. Obviously we'll be in touch, hopefully remaining friends, that I can help you out and we can help each other out.
Well, what, that would be a big win for me, Harry. So you asked me how many I sold. How many did you sell last year?
Well, I actually work with my wife. We did about 80 transactions.
Yeah, well, I figure anybody that's producing more than me is a person I want to hang with. So I really appreciate the call. And I would, whether I can come now or later, I would definitely like to at least know what's out there. Because I've heard about EXP, but to be honest with you, it's more negative than positive, because I'm hearing it that, all they got is agent commission breath, and they just want to pad their own pockets. And so it doesn't sound like that's where you're coming from, and I appreciate that. But we'll definitely do some referral business together, hopefully, and go on from there with friendship.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it, buddy. So I'll look at the video, and we'll try to talk on Friday, 10 o'clock.
Sounds great. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, bud.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
Hey, Brian, how do you think he did?
I think you did great. You know what? Yeah, I think he did fantastic. So, Harry, you backed me down, and I think you handled it well. Even when you said, "Yeah, I don't know," that's where you gain credibility with me. Is I really don't know if you can get out of that contract or not. But even if you can't, then you switch it right over to a positive win, that we can be friends, we can do business, and it may not be now, maybe in 35 months, but that was a big turnaround for me. That was very good. Very good.
Thank you.
Aaron,
Yeah.
that was the best call you've ever made. That was a 10 out of 10. Today, you gotta make calls today, man. You're on point.
For real?
Yeah, no, that was the best call you've ever made. You know what's funny is, like, I was in my mind, I was saying, Harry, say this next. Harry, say this next. Harry, say this next. And every time, dude, you were saying exactly what I had in my mind. I don't know the telekinesis, but dude, you said exactly what I want, and at the pace that you were supposed to speak at. It was perfect. It was literally perfect.
But
I was
you know
shedding
what
Lewis is-
tears by emotions.
you know what I
What?
learned
Yeah.
is that it's for a personality like mine, it's actually less is more.
Because when you speak volumes. So you don't have to speak more to get your point across.
Yeah. No, I understand.
That's great, man. That was great. When you said, what's your goal for the year? Who's helping you with that? What would that look like for you if you didn't hit it? Like, dude, perfect. Everything was right in line of how you should have asked it. That was like, you built so much credibility with him when you asked him those questions.
Yep.
Yeah, Brad threw me for a loop when he said I signed a contract for 3 years. I wanted
Yeah,
to
bro, that's more common
Damn it.
now. That's very common. You're gonna get that when you reach out to top producers. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that from a lot of people that they're in a 3-year contract. You
Lou,
handled it well.
do you know what the solution is for those people? Do they have to pay to get
Yeah.
out? Like, how does that work?
Yeah. So what happens is that with those contracts, what they give them is they give them like a higher split or less fees for 3 years, and if they leave before those 3 years are up, they got to pay those fees back, or they got to pay the difference in that split back. So if an agent gets a sign-on bonus, sometimes an agent will get like a $20,000 sign-on bonus. Well, they're gonna have to pay that $20,000 sign-on bonus back too. So there's been agents who have actually paid almost $100,000 to get out of their contracts to come to EXP. There's agents who have paid $800,000, or there's agents who have walked away from $800,000 offers from companies like Compass to join EXP. So there are people out there who see enough value in joining EXP to have to pay that money back. Now, what happens a lot of times is that they partner up with their loan officer, they partner up with their attorney, they partner up with their inspector. They get the whole crew involved, and they all kind of like take it in the chin together. So instead of the one person having to pay back maybe 20 or 30,000, they end up paying like 5,000 a piece, and they get them out earlier. If
So
they really want to leave.
I've been noticing a lot of people that I've been going after and just seeing in our area, New Jersey, New York, a lot of people with
Yeah.
Compass.
Yeah,
I don't know nothing about
Compass is buying. Yeah, they're a luxury brand that's been buying. They're publicly traded, so they've been buying agents to join them. Is really what they've been doing. So along with that, they get like supposed to be a luxury brand or all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, it's really no better than working at Coldwell Banker or working at Remax. There's no difference. They're not giving the agents anything different. They just give money up front. There's no real value there. No long-term value.
I got a call
So
yesterday.
you did it perfect.
I got a call yesterday. I got to follow up with her. She didn't answer when I called her back, but this is someone we've been trying to, Liz and I, been trying to get probably maybe for the last 6 months. Her name is Jennifer. She's Brazilian. She's with Century 21. She's a silver star producer, so she probably does 20 to 40 transactions a year, probably 25 plus. She wants to get her broker license, similar to like that girl that we were talking to. But I just honestly, dude, I just remained her friend and just like been clapping on Instagram for her, telling her great job, this and that. Like, damn, you're a beast. You're doing a home inspection with your newborn. Like, yo, you're a savage. She texted me yesterday and she was like, she's like, I don't think I could wait anymore. I need to make this move. And I was like, awesome, let's talk. She's like, I have more questions. So I try to call her back, but I got to get her back. But once someone I feel like once I start getting my momentum where someone like Jennifer comes, they call her Jenny from the block. So like she has some influence. Once I get the Brazilians from Signature, like I feel like once that ball starts rolling, then it's really gonna start coming down.
Yeah, you can't stop something like that, bro. You can't stop an avalanche, a landslide. That's exactly what's gonna happen. You keep putting in the work every day, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Brent,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts so far about this role play that we're doing in the morning? We do it for about an hour.
Very helpful, because I tell you, I just get lockjaw and I think, man, I don't know what to say. So, I better not get started till I know more. And then you get caught in the analysis paralysis. And so, yeah, it's really, really helpful to hear two icons like you guys go at it. And you know, the tougher you make it on one another, the easier it's going to be for me to learn from that. So, the thing that I'm wondering is I don't feel like I have rapport with very many people. So I am afraid of sounding fake. So in the church ministry, it's the same thing. People don't want to be viewed as a project. They want to be considered as a person, that you really genuinely care about them, not using them for your own benefit. So
Absolutely.
that's really my number one struggle, as far as being a real top-notch agent attractor at this point.
Brent, let me give you a suggestion. Are you on Instagram?
Yeah, but I'm not as religious as I should be about it.
So what I was doing is I was going on Instagram and just, you know what a hashtag is, right?
Barely. So
So
go ahead and no. Let me just say no, because then you'll answer the question. What is the hashtag?
So I would go on to Instagram and then I would hit the search bar and then I would type in up top. I would put the pound sign.
Yep.
And put circle of excellence and then hit search. And it just gives me realtors from all over that are bragging, that got platinum. You know, realtors got big egos. So you got whatever, it's platinum, gold, silver. And I'll just follow those agents so that I befriend them before I call them. They're familiar with who I am. So then you're, like you said, you want to be honest and you don't want to come across like, sleazy or anything like that. Befriend them. So what I've been doing is, like, I was talking to this broker this morning. He had posted, just picked up Kobe beef steaks. So I said, listen, did you ever try cooking them sous vide? He's like, nah, what's that? I sent him a picture of a steak I did sous vide, and it's a French style cooking. And so I've been talking about him. So when I call him, yo, what's up, man? Did you ever make those steaks? It's Harry from EXP. And then start that way.
You got it. Yeah.
And if he, the part that you said, like, where you feel like you're trying to, if you're not trying to help them, you are, EXP offers better than what they're getting.
Yep.
So you genuinely are, trying to help people.
Yeah. Yep.
Because honestly, once a lot of these guys, especially producers, they're if they're not 100% like just loyal, been there for 20 years where they are, and they're open-minded to hearing the numbers, if it makes sense, it's a no-brainer for most people. But they just have to figure their exit strategy if they have deals tied up.
Yep.
That's what I've been seeing. And they won't admit it, but I can hear it in the conversation.
Yes. Yep. Okay, so it's hashtag circle of influence on Instagram.
Circle of excellence.
Circle of excellence. Okay.
Or you could even put hashtag realtors and then go through their page, Brent, and see. I try to look for, especially since it's only March still, I try to look to see if they have posted, silver, bronze. Like, I want people that are producing.
Yep.
And honestly, it's easier to talk to producers than the people that did only 6 or 7 deals. They're like unbelievable, man. Like, it's like, I don't know. I get stood up by those people, but that's who I went after when I wasn't confident in myself. And if I compare those conversations with people that are new versus producers, the ones with the producers go like how we just went. More than the ones that only did 6 or 7 deals. I'm happy where I'm at, Brent. Why are you calling?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Versus a producer like, oh yeah, 1.2 million? Really? You mind sharing with me like what else they're thinking, like, what am I leaving on the table? What do these guys got? You got my attention.
Yep. Yeah, that's yeah.
Like, I got stood up the other day. Me and Lewis are sitting on Zoom. The guy never came, and Lou's like, don't worry about it. And I like Van Damme when I was younger, like the actor. So I started playing his soundtrack. It gets me like excited and in the mood from Bloodsport. Yeah. And I started playing that, and I call this guy who's like a rock star. I didn't even know how many deals he did. And we're in the conversation. I'm like, how many deals did you do last year? He's like 434. I'm like, I wanted to go, holy shit. Like, it's crazy. Whoa. I got two admins. I got 20 team members. And I'm like, and I'm presenting this stuff to them. And like, bro, I got so scared, Brent. Like I just kept things very short, like, because I didn't want to mess it up. I'm like, he was intrigued, and I'm like, I'm telling you, it's life changing. He's like, Harry, I'll take a look at it. I didn't want to keep dragging out the conversation, so I was just like, I'm gonna send you this link. We're gonna sit down with my business partner. I promise you, it'll be worth your time. Blah blah blah. And I closed them.
So is Lewis still helping you with the Excel spreadsheet when you get to the point where you're going to try to close somebody or even present? You still leaning on Lewis, or you feel confident doing it on your own?
As far as like when I do the actual Zoom calls.
Yeah, like Lewis impresses me up beyond words.
No, I always lean on Lewis for that.
All right, yeah, me too. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
So how
Even if
are
you're
you
ready, you're supposed to. Go ahead, guys. Sorry.
how are you doing, Harry, with of actually agent attraction? How's it been in the last year? Are people coming onto your team from this?
So I recently just started to really dial into it, but I just off of here and there. I don't want anyone else on my team. I just want business partners. I'm trying to get away from the team. The team takes a lot from you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, explain the difference between the two. I guess I use team because, so just explain, what do you mean by that?
I thought you were talking about like my team, the people that I give leads to and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's
Well-
a production team and there's a revenue share team. Harry wants to build his revenue share team more than he does his production team.
Exactly. Okay. All right. Well, I don't even know the difference between the two. Guys, I feel like I got my head stuck up my backside trying to fake my way along and things.
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck I'm doing most of the time.
I think you're doing fine. I think you could put the whip down on yourself right now.
Yeah, you're doing great. Yeah, to let you know, believe it or not, Brent, you know, because to know more, they over-explain and overcomplicate the situation. So
Yeah.
this is the only thing you need to know, Brent. You need to know how to invite, and you need to know the dialogue that we rehearse every morning. That's it. That's all you got to know. And then when it
The
comes,
second one was
when it-
what? What was the second thing I need to know?
how to invite is number one, and number two is just get comfortable with the dialogue that we talk
Yeah.
about on these
Yeah.
calls. That's
Yeah.
it. You don't have to learn how to explain the intricacies of how the sausage is made. People just want the finished product. They don't care about the inner workings, because if you start to tell them about that, you lose them, especially on a phone call.
Yeah.
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 If I start
Yeah.
telling Harry how the commission is structured, and I get into the details and the fine tuning of the splits, and then the commission, and then when it expires, and then the transaction fees and compliance. No, of course not. He's not going to remember what I said in the beginning. So all I do
Yes.
is give Harry the outcome. Harry, 1.2
Yep.
million, dude, after 5 years. Can you do that? Yeah, I can do that. No, then you can get it. You can be in the same position. Now, one thing that I want you to understand is you have a limiting belief because you feel you haven't done enough deals yet.
Yes, definitely.
And that's
Yeah.
okay. Hamoudi, who's my business partner, has never closed a deal ever, and he's proud of that. That's his calling card.
Mm.
Okay. Now
Yeah.
you need to turn your and I guess you would call them your weaknesses. You need to turn your weaknesses into your strength. So if
Okay.
somebody were to ask me, if I was you, and somebody asked me, how many deals did you do last year? I would say, I'm so glad you asked that, because I actually chose not to go the production route at EXP Realty, because my position here in leadership development is a longer road, slower road, a much more abundant road. And I'd love to show you how you can make that part of your business plan as well. Go.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I sell a house here and there, hey, that's a cherry on top, but that's not what I'm looking for. You don't have to be ashamed about not selling homes yet.
Okay.
To be
Well,
honest with you, Brent, I've never had one call, and maybe because I said never, possibly it might happen, but I haven't ever had a call that asked me how much I produce. They don't really give a shit about me. All they're interested in is about EXP.
yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
that
that's
is
the
a
most-
product that sells itself, right?
I think we sell ourselves.
And it makes sense. If you're given information on something, why do you care about what the person's producing? All you care about is the information at hand. They're just going to ask you questions more about EXP. That's it.
Exactly. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So you mentioned the lady down the street from your house. You want to talk to her. She's from Coldwell Banker. You gave me a couple of reasons why you think she'd be a difficult person to speak to. Were there a few
Yes.
things that you mentioned?
Um, well, I think she, I don't know, Louis. I don't know the answer to that question, except for I sent her the Brent Gove, why he joined. That's the very first thing, and then I just get the feeling every time I talk about EXP, it's this facial expression of it's probably the fear of what might be rather than what she's actually done to lead me to believe that. So again, it's fear of rejection, but
Yeah.
because she's a neighbor, because I see her at least twice a week walking the dog. I feel like, hey, this one, she's a neighbor. You're going to see her build rapport, have her over for dinner, and just let her and Matt. I think that long-term stuff, but getting to the point eventually, asking the question, what are her goals? Like I can use some of these goals now just over a bacon cheeseburger. And what are your goals as a realtor, Matt? What are your goals as a marketer? And
Yeah.
ask them both. And I think in time it'll come. She just sent out a mailer with her partner. So,
Mhm.
why are we afraid of being rejected? I guess it's human nature.
Yeah, absolutely. Once you get over that fear, because I'm sure you've done things in your life, Brent, that are way more fearful than what you're thinking about right now. You've lived in Africa for what, a decade,
Yep.
and you figured that out, right? You
Yep.
could have been kidnapped, you could have been, persecuted, and you made it. And why are you scared to talk to your neighbor down the street?
I
Go have
know.
food.
I get it. I know. It sounds stupid until you, the
Yeah.
inner voice it's a screamer.
The enemy is the enemy, right? Like Brent said.
But all I can
Yeah.
say is this, this call and answered your question, extremely helpful. As I said to you yesterday, when you called me and asked me if I wanted to do it, it's a dream come true. It's what I wanted. It's what I need. I'll be here tomorrow if you guys are doing it. If you're not, just let me
Yeah.
know.
No,
And
we're here.
and I've got some notes in front of me. I'm going to go over this today in my head, and you can put me on the hot seat, and I'll learn the hard way by screwing up, and we'll do it on you guys instead of the people I'm going after. So my
Sounds
goal,
good, brother.
just for accountability, Harry, I want 25 agents on my team well, by the end of this calendar year, I want 25
Yep.
people on my first tier. That's what I
Amazing.
want.
You're gonna have it, brother. You're gonna have it. Harry had to go because he has his medical conditions he has to take care of, but
Gotcha.
he's gonna be here tomorrow.
Louis, I really, really appreciate it. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
absolutely,
And
brother.
I will be with you tomorrow. Is it 9 o'clock tomorrow?
Cool.
Same thing?
Yeah, same time, brother.
The only thing I got to check, maybe I should do it right now while I got you, is I have a doctor's appointment. I'm not sure if it's for me or for my wife. Just let me check it out.
Or either way, you can still listen in if you're gonna be in the waiting room or something.
Okay, so yeah, no, mine is not until it's a dental cleaning, but it's not till 1:20. So if I was getting my
Okay.
teeth cleaned at 9, it wouldn't work, but I can do it
Perfect.
at 1:20. Sure. So good. I'll see you at 9 o'clock tomorrow, bro.
All right, take care.
Appreciate it. Have a great one.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
did you reach
Yeah.
out to Fran?
I'm doing that today.
Beautiful. Let me know if you have any luck. I've reached out to her twice and she's been away. Nothing back. So she may have
Yeah.
packed her phone away, but you stroke her, tell her how great she is, and a little bug in her ear. Just what I call what I say to my team is, hey, just lave them. Put the label.
Thank you.
You're
I
a
appreciate
master.
that.
You're a master, buddy. You're very good. Thanks, Louis.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day.
Bye bye.